Hi and welcome to the first makeup tutorial video that I'm going to be doing for this channel. I decided to make this channel and this video to show makeup tutorials with more affordable makeup such as e.l.f. and Wet n Wild and LA Colors because I love makeup tutorials on YouTube, but they usually feature more expensive makeup products such as MAC and Too Faced and Urban Decay. And I can't really afford those because I'm in college, so I thought that I would do a tutorial on the makeup products that I use that are a lot more affordable for people who are on a budget. And I'm going to be doing like a glitter summary tutorial today, and I'll just go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. I got this over Christmas, and this retails for $10, but I paid $5 because you know how like drugstores such as Walgreens and CVS and Walmart will sell these during like holidays such as Christmas and Valentine's Day. Well, after Christmas they still had a lot of these, so they were half off. So I paid $5 for it, but I still would have paid $10 for it because there's 100 colors, so it's a great deal. I'm going to be doing a brown glittery color, and to apply it, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. This is $1, and I personally think it's great. I get a new eyeshadow brush every 2 months just so it's more hygienic. Sorry if you can hear my cat meowing. But these are great. They're soft, they're not hard bristles, so I like it quite a bit. For my eyelids, or for the all over, I'm going to be using this beige right here. And here comes my cat. Okay, I know. She's gonna knock down my camera. She's smelling it. I'm gonna apply more than I typically would, just because I noticed that it's not showing up as much on camera. But I would usually just do 1, maybe 2 coats, but I'm probably going to do about 3. For my eyelid, I'm going to use this color right here, 5 Down. It's kind of like a light brown, a little coppery. But I'm really bad about rushing on eyeshadow and then it gets up here, so I need to be careful applying it. I always do my eyeshadow first because I have noticed that sometimes the powder from the eyeshadow will fall down, and if I put foundation on afterwards, then it will usually just wipe it away or go over top of it. But if I have my foundation done first, then the powder gets on top of it and it's just very visible. Okay, now for the crease, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. blending brush, which has foundation on it, so it looks a little dirty. But this is also $1, and I'm going to be using this color right here, this like a light brown with glitter in it, just to do. I'm actually going to mix it a little bit with this glitter copper as well, just to make it pop a little bit. I typically go about 3/4 of the way down, and then I will flatten the brush out like that and wipe it over. Okay, and now for the end, I'm going to use this dark copper, And I like to do a triangle and then blend it in, so I'll do one side, two side, third side, and then blend it in. And it's definitely a very dark and vibrant, which is why I'm not going to use a top liner. I will typically use the e.l.f. Liquid pen, but I'm not going to use that today because I want the attention to mostly be focused on the glitter eyeshadow and the lipstick I'm going to be using. Okay. And now I typically put this on after my eyeshadow because I sometimes get puffiness or just dark circles because I don't really sleep much. And this is the CoverGirl Olay, the Deep Puffer Eye Concealer. This was about $9, but I actually went to Sephora to look for one, and theirs were like $30 to $40, so I figured $9 wasn't that bad. I just put a little bit on underneath my eyelids, typically just that much for both. You really don't need much of it. Just a little bit more right here. The eyeshadow on my finger, so we'll use this finger. Okay. I typically do color in my eyebrows with a Profusion brown eyeliner pencil, but it's just like this big, so I need to get a new one, so I'm not going to bother with that today. And now for foundation, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Clean in shade Ivory. This at Walmart is like $4, and as you can see, I've been using it for a while. It's down to right about here, and I think it's great. I have a lot of problems with foundations because my skin is very sensitive, so it won't always work, and I don't use cover up because I usually don't have anything I need to cover up, but I did move down to where my parents live just for the summer because I go to school in another state, and it's very hot here, so since I've been sweating, my skin has just gotten a lot worse, so I have been definitely washing it a lot more and using more foundation. So I just shake it out like that on my finger. And I use the e.l.f. Studio Stipple Brush. This is $3 because it's a part of their Studio collection, but it's really good. I used to put on my foundation with my hands. I would just rub it in, but then so much of it would just come off onto my hands that it wasn't even worth doing it. So now I use the Stipple Brush. Sometimes I get impatient and just start rubbing, but from the videos from the videos I've seen, you're just supposed to dab it on to make it have a matte finish. I go up a little bit into the hairline because I am very, very pale, and I typically can't even find a foundation pale enough for me, so I go up just a little bit so it's not like the slight tanness from the foundation and then my pale head. Just going to put a little bit more on my forehead, which is where I typically break out if I'm gonna break out. And now for powder, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Professional Total Face Brush. This is $1 with my Maybelline New York Me powder. I got this from Walgreens for $1.99, although it retailed for $7.99. I don't usually buy makeup from drugstores because although people say drugstore makeup is cheap, I usually find it to be a lot more expensive than Walmart or Target. But Walgreens does do a great clearance section of their makeup, and I always find something for a really good deal. And now I'm gonna do mascara. I got these in a set of 5 over Christmas for $5. They were $1 each. They're the Wet n Wild. There's different ones. There's Mega Volume, and this is Mega Length. Then I also have like Mega Pump, Mega Protein. But these I thought would be the best for what I'm going for today. So these were technically $1 each. They just come in a set of 5, and I got it from Walgreens. I'm gonna do Mega Length first. Fake eyelashes don't look good on me, but I love long, black, thick eyelashes, so I noticed that this mascara works really well. And I do have a MAC mascara that I paid, I think, $18 for, even though I usually don't like to buy expensive makeup because I am in college, so I'm on a budget. But I've noticed that it's not as much better as Maybelline $5 mascara or these $1. You can already see a pretty big difference from one coat with a $1 mascara. I do have blonde eyelashes though, so it's gonna show up a lot more on me probably. And I'm going to do the Mega Volume. Make them a little bit thicker. I haven't been using these since Christmas, by the way. I actually left them here at my parents' house when I went back for college. I did come down here for Christmas break, so I just opened them the other day. They're not ridiculously old. And now for blush, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. blush in Twinkle Pink. This is, I believe, $3 at Target with the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush, part of their studio collection as well, so $3. Sorry about that, I just got a message. I typically do contour, but I want the focus, like I said, to mostly be on the glitter eyeshadow and the lipstick I'm going to be using, and kind of the pink cheeks, since this is kind of a summer look. Not a lot of people like to use as much blush as I do, so don't feel like you have to. I just love pretty pink cheeks. And for lipstick, this was $1. It's LA Colors in Dream. I actually saw this at Dollar General. I typically use Maybelline or CoverGirl lipsticks because I found that they're really soft, and I do typically have dry lips. But I bought this because of the color. I just thought it was so pretty, and for $1 it's incredibly pigmented. You just need to do one coat. I'll probably do 2 for the camera, but it really is a great lipstick. And I did put an EOS chapstick on before doing this because it's important to moisturize your lips for chapstick. to define the M, which I think is really important with lipstick, I just push up on this side and then fall down and then push up at it and then fall down. Okay, and that's all. Thank you for watching, and please comment with any ideas for future videos. Thank you.